He was a Marine's Marine through and through. And he epitomizes what the modern Marine Corps was. He lived it. From World War I on up through the Second World War, that was Merwin Silverthorn. That was his career. That was his life, and he exhibited as well as anybody. There are a lot of guys who exist only as a name in an honor roll or on a monument or on a headstone, who they have an amazing story, there's an amazing account out there of what they did.
He was born in 1896 in Minneapolis. I think my grandfather had a great sense of patriotism. He had matriculated at the University of Minnesota. He served in the Minnesota National Guard. And between his freshman and sophomore year, he was actually deployed to the Texas border, where General Pershing had been sent to chase Pancho Villa. And he spent 2 months down there and then came back to the university. And that would have been in the fall now of 1916. And of course, with the declaration of war, he and a group of other individuals at the University of Minnesota, of which he was close, decided to enlist in the Marine Corps. I think the fact that his dad and related his service in the Union Army, there was still that story and indoctrination with regard to what it was to be a soldier and to serve. So I think that it was a call to the colors. He wanted to serve. He wanted to experience war for himself. At Belleau Wood, he became absolutely wedded to the spirit of the Corps.
The 6th of June changed him. He said he went into the battle and they were all excited about engaging with the enemy, going over the top. This was going to be an adventure. This was going to be fun. This was going to be something they'd read about in books, and it was going to be a great time for all. And at the end of that battle, he was a changed man. At the end of that month especially, he had seen war. He had seen horrible, horrible things.
I believe on the 9th of June, when he was literally commissioned right there on the battlefield. I mean, it was a true battlefield commission. And went from being a sergeant of Marines to now he's commanding a platoon of Marines as a young second lieutenant. He was awarded the Silver Star, Croix de Guerre by the French. He also received the Distinguished Service Cross as well as the Navy Cross. Of course, he stayed in the Marine Corps, rose through the ranks, through the officer ranks. I believe he spent some time in Haiti. I know he was in Guam for quite a while. He had served in the notable positions at the Marine Corps in the interwar period. And during the Second War, he had become part of the 3rd Amphibious Corps, Amphibious Assault Planning. He became Assistant Commandant of the Marine Corps, commanded the Marine Corps Recruit Depot at Parris Island.
After retiring from the Marine Corps, he was called back by the Eisenhower administration to serve as the deputy of the Office of Emergency Planning. During that period of time, he met someone by the name of Verrady. And Verrady was a Norwegian, he was a Norwegian pastor and established the International Christian Prayer Group. And eventually was asked to be president, and then served as president of International Christian Leadership for about 20 years. And during that period of time, they established the presidential prayer breakfasts.
This obviously was written many years after the Battle of Belleau Wood. He says, "Today, one hears on all sides criticism of our government. It appears the race is on to see who can obtain the most from federal sources. In all of this turmoil, the voice of one proclaiming patriotism, love of country, duty to country, and the obligations of citizenship is scarcely, if ever, heard. This article is my attempt to describe a time and a place when duty and patriotism reigned supreme, and when men did not hesitate to give their lives for unselfish reasons."